Hey, what's going on, YouTube? Welcome to another edition of Lisa Renee TV. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please do so. And also make sure to rate, comment, and share. Make sure you rate, comment, and share the video on all your social media networks that you're on: Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, yada, yada, yada. Anyway, how you guys been? I've been pretty good. Yeah, yeah. My this past week has been fabulous. I hope all you had a wonderful Fourth of July. My Fourth of July was absolutely fantastic. I went over to my aunt's house. She barbecued. Family came over. I had just a great time seeing all my cousins and seeing my family. So yeah, I was feeling pretty good. Yeah, everything was, great. The food was good, and just being around everybody, just the atmosphere just was very uplifting. And, I just had a great time. My uncle, which is my aunt's husband, he had put on a little fireworks show for us at the end of the evening whenever it got dark out. So it was just really beautiful being around the family. I enjoy spending time with my family. I love my family, so I really enjoy being around them. And all our personalities come together, and we just have a doggone good time. Okay, so I hope you all love being around your family as well, or friends, or whoever you're close to in your life. I hope that you have people or a person that you're close to, because everybody has to have love and all that kind of stuff, and have somebody there that cares about them, and especially on those holidays like the 4th of July, Thanksgiving, Christmas, etc. You want to have people or person, somebody, just to be there with you and somebody spend time with. So yes. So yeah, I hope everybody had a great 4th of July. And you can also tell me about your holiday. You drop it down below in the comment. Let me know how your holiday went. Okay, so today I'm gonna do this little short video about just my opinion on this video that came out as a viral video of a California Highway Patrol officer who beat a woman profusely. Okay, so he used excessive force on her for basically no apparent reason. The woman, she was going out. I think it was like Freeway 10 or something like that. She was barefoot and she's walking. She's a black woman, by the way, and she's walking, like into traffic. And so basically, he stopped her from going into traffic, which was good, because she could have been killed. So he stopped her from going into traffic. And I think he claims that she became combative after he had stopped her. And it was just bizarre because in the video, you just see her on the ground and he's like beating her like he's a big guy, and he's like hitting her, punching her, just really hard, using a lot of force. He's literally on top of this woman beating her, and all you see is her doing this, and she's trying to just, block her, hide her face, what get hit in her face, and you just tell that she was scared to death, didn't know what was going on. He's a white guy, by the way, okay, and and it was just the most senseless thing I've ever seen, and it just really it makes me angry when I see stuff like that. And he got caught because the video, it was a passerby, a motorist who was driving by, stopped and filmed this on their phones and uploaded it. Video went viral. Now they had another video that had went viral maybe a few months back, and it was another lady, another black lady, and I forgot what city it was, but it wasn't my city, it was some other city. She was a black woman, she was pregnant, and her brother or something like that was getting arrested, and she kind of jumped in the middle of everything, and she was all emotional, and she's upset, like, oh my god, no, why are you taking him, and no, you don't do this and whatever. And she really was like upset and trying to figure out what was going on. And so she kind of jumped in the middle of things, and she kind of like tried to stop the policeman, and was trying to find out what was going on, trying to save her brother. And so the police like grabbed her. This other guy, he grabbed her. Now, mind you, she's pregnant. Okay, I'll remind you again, she's about good 6 months pregnant. So he grabs her and like puts her hand behind her back. So they're trying to restrain her. She's obviously not being very agreeable. She's kind of resisting. She's fighting back, trying to get away. She's very emotional. She's highly upset. And pregnancy, pregnancy hormones do that to you anyway. And it was just actually it was crazy, it was bizarre. And he just takes her, slams her against the wall. He just slams her up against his wall. She's pregnant, mind you. I'm gonna say again that she's pregnant. He just slams her against the wall. When he finally was able to train her, he bops her side the head with his fist. And I'm sitting here looking like, you mother. So her whole family's outside in like the neighborhood. Neighbors outside all crying, pissed off, and they're like, she's pregnant, he can't do that to her, he can't just do that and get away. So he took both of the brother and sister away. It was heartbreaking and horrible. I was like, oh, you tried it. Like, did you just hit a pregnant woman upside her head, slammed her against the wall, body slammed her against the wall with your heavy ass, and you didn't bopped her side her head, and she's pregnant. She already emotional, high strung, and you didn't bop her side the head. Then this fool, this highway patrolman, he beating the crap out of a woman. He talking about she resisted. I didn't see nowhere in the video where she became highly combative, whatever he said. I'm like, well, we didn't see that. We just saw you pummeling her, beating her. And whether she was combative with you or not, it doesn't matter. It's not about what she did. So she had her lawyer speaking. And they were talking on the news last night when I saw this report. Her lawyer and her daughter and a couple of her family members, they were talking. Her lawyer said it's not about what she did. We're not going to make the focus of this investigation about what she did to provoke him. No, she does not deserve to be beaten like that. She's a human. She's not some kind of animal. She's a person. For you to do that to anybody, especially a woman, you being a man, are you effing serious? Now, for me, that pisses me off. And because of the fact there is a racial difference between the two, in both situations, the cops were white and the women were black that were attacked. Now, am I a black chick that likes to throw out the race card a lot? No. But I throw it out when it's necessary, when I think there's something, I don't know what this is, but I haven't seen any white women getting their ass beat on nobody's camera, okay, by no cops. I have not seen that lately. So when you come with the evidence of that, you drop that below and I'll watch it and say my piece on it. Okay, so excuse me if, it's an equal thing, the cops just go around beating the hell out of white people too. But you don't see that as much. They always go crazy or use excessive force when it comes to minority people. So whether it be Puerto Ricans or black people mainly. It's nuts. It's like they feel like they have this kind of they have this right to do it. I'm like, that's very audacious of them. I'm like, you motherfucker. I'm like, how dare you? They just beat the crap out of us. And I don't understand why this is happening. Now, for the situation about the pregnant woman, she's in a black community. It probably was a poor community. I don't think it was it definitely is not Beverly Hills. And it just was crazy. I felt like he took advantage of that. He felt like, these ain't no but some niggers, they poor, whatever, I can do what I want, it doesn't matter. And I feel like the black woman, and we know historically the black woman has always been kind of looked at as like, like she's not even a real woman. White women have always been uplifted. They're like these dainty, flowery, beautiful white women. They're pure. They're beautiful. Black women, she's this lascivious sexual being. She's nothing. She's a piece of dirt. She's lower than dirt. She doesn't have as much value as a white woman does. And I wonder, because for me, I get flashbacks from those videos and movies we've seen from back in the 1950s and 60s when they did have, white ass police officers, big white police officers beating the crap out of black women and men. They beat men too. But you saw that a lot back then. Like, it was nothing for police to hit, a black woman in the head. It didn't matter that she was a woman. The fact that she was a black woman is what made it okay for him to hit her and to be abusive and, whatever, or talk to her in any kind of way and mistreat her. And I feel like that's what's happening again today, which I don't understand. It's 2014, right? I mean, you would think like times have changed, but I guess not when it comes to the way black women are treated, And I'm like, the way minorities are treated, period, by cops, Of course, we already know we get the, the worst end of the stick, like, black guys, they get stopped a lot. Like my brother has been stopped before driving and, a lot of this bullshit going on. We know they do that, but this whole beating women and everything, I would just need need you to stop. Now I know that big famous case of the white bartender woman. She was beaten by a white cop. So I know that there have been white women. I just thought about her actually. I know that, okay, but it's just weird. I mean, not that I'm trying to say that these cops were racist, but I mean, it doesn't look good. That's what I'm just saying. Like, it makes me wonder, like, what were they thinking in their minds when they hit these women? Were they thinking she's a black woman? I can do what I want. Are they racist? Are they not? I don't know. Or are they just not racist at all? Maybe it's not about race at all. Maybe it's just them just using excessive force just unnecessarily on certain individuals. This is why personally, I think it had something to do with race and economics, income, all that kind of stuff. I feel like it's certain individuals they feel like they can get away with that with, and I think it's very unjust and unfair, and something definitely needs to be done about it. Like, I mean, this one was pregnant. She's a pregnant woman. I don't care what color she. I don't care if she's purple, polka dotted, and pink. You don't need to be throwing and slamming no pregnant woman against no wall, hitting upside her head. She's already upset. She could have lost the baby, and then he would look like a fool. And then when these people do get called, they don't give a damn about getting caught. I feel like because they already know they're gonna get a slap on the wrist and they barely gonna get punished for that because, I think they feel like they just some niggas, like, it don't really matter, And I'm like, are you serious? Like, oh really? It's like that. I just feel like are they really gonna get, the extent of punishment if it was a white woman? And also, would it have happened like that if it had been a white woman who was pregnant, who was out of work, where she got slammed against the wall and hit upside her head? I just want to know. Somebody tell me, would that have happened to her? I just had a feeling that maybe not, or maybe it wouldn't have been quite as bad, So it just was very disturbing. First of all, as far as the woman walking out into traffic, the highway patrolman situation. First of all, anytime you see a woman and she's walking barefoot, she's barefoot and she's on the freeway, first of all. So me as the officer, I would look at her and those two things would stick out in my mind, and I would wonder what was going on with her mentally. Like, is she okay? Does she need to be taken to a hospital or something? I would wonder what's going on, because how many times do you see somebody walking barefoot on a freeway? I mean, really. And then she about to walk into traffic and she's not even paying attention. Clearly, that lets you know she's off, and something like something's wrong there, and she might need help. I don't think she needs a beating. Do he think he's gonna beat the crazy out of her? He's gonna beat whatever was in her out of her. That was stupid. I mean, it just was real crazy. Even if she did get a little combative, I can see trying to restrain her, using some force to restrain her, but not like that, not pummeling her and beating the hell out of her. I feel like maybe he should have tried to talk to her, try to see what's going on with her, just try to restrain her and maybe call 911, like, call like a ambulance or something, maybe take her to the hospital, and they can put her in the restrainers on the bed or whatever, and they can see, so she won't be moving around a lot in case she is a danger to herself or other people around her, and that way they can kind of examine her, give her a sedative, and kind of figure out what's going on. Is she mentally ill? Is there medication that was supposed to be taken that she's prescribed, or does she need to be prescribed? Does she need to see a psychiatrist or something like that? I mean, you don't know what's going on. So I just thought that the way he handled the situation was poor as a police officer. He did not do what he was supposed to do. The situation with the pregnant woman who got slammed against the wall, of course, that was a poor way of handling that situation. I'm not sure why these individuals do that. I feel like they just do it to certain people. My theory I had some time ago, I was thinking, I feel like they come into our communities, and they kind of feel like they can kind of do what they want to do, and they can treat the residents any old kind of way because we don't stand together anymore. Years ago, black people were treated like garbage, and they stood together, and they fought against injustice. Today, we don't do that. We fight each other, and we kill each other off, and so that just makes them stronger. And so I feel like there's no unity. Whatever happened to the unity that we had, you have to come together, as one, and say, we're not going to stand for that. You're not going to come to our community and beat up on pregnant women and think it's okay, or beat up on our women on the highway somewhere. You're not going to do that. We want to come together, and this is not okay for you to do. You're not going to do that. You're not going to get away with it. So until we stand up for ourselves and say, and stop taking this mess off them or anybody else who tries to come out and come to our community and do what they want to do to us and think it's okay, until we do that and we become a stronger race as a whole overall, this will continue. You'll continue to get viral videos, not all the time, but every now and again, something like this will pop up, and it'll happen. It'll keep on happening because, they feel like you're the race we can run over and do whatever we want to do because you're not strong. You're just not. We're not as strong as we used to be. I mean, we are and we're not at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Come on, black people. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you all really, we got some work to do. So, yeah. Anyway, with that being said, I'm gonna get off here now. I said this video wasn't gonna be that long. I just want you all to just look at this video, enjoy it, share it, please. I love to get a conversation going, dialogue going with you guys. Leave your opinions below about what you think provoked the officers. What do you think that the victims deserve this? You think the officer could have handled this a lot better? Why do you think it's a thing with the black, white, issue? Does race play a part, or does it not really? You think I'm way off with that one? Just my theory I'm offering up here. Nothing I said is wrote in stone, set in stone. I'm just giving my opinion. So you let me know your opinion. I want to know what do you think about it. Okay, so anyway, I'm gonna get on out of here. You guys, make sure you subscribe, thumbs up the video, share it, leave comments below, give me make a video response. I'd love to see that. Yeah, you guys just have a fantastic rest of the week, and I should be back probably next week, if not the end of this week. Okay. All right. Thanks, guys. Bye.